Good evening, and happy Wednesday. Welcome, welcome to our midweek spiritual boost. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day, happy middle of the week in the middle of whatever is going on in your life. Our intention is that if you need a little faith lift, if you need a better understanding of your relationship with Spirit, we're here for you. And you are so welcome to join us. I like to think that we're a kind of spiritual clinic, if you will. We'll help you feel better if you're feeling bad, and we'll help you feel even better than that if you're feeling fine. This is just a place to get in touch with the good news of the presence of Spirit all around and about and deeply within you. And that's what we're here to talk about. So, to get us all playing off the same page, I invite you to repeat after me. There is a creative, motivating power in the universe.
There is a
Creative,
motivating power in the universe.
it is the intelligence
It is the intelligence
and the power
and the power
behind all of creation.
behind all of creation.
It is the life within me.
It is the life within me.
I know it,
I know it.
I feel it,
I feel it.
I believe it,
I believe it.
and so it is.
And so it is.
And this is Spirit. We talk about Spirit all the time on this show, although we generally are talking about the big spirit, not the cat spirit, although occasionally he gets too sensitive. You're going to fall asleep on my notebook, aren't you? Okay, well, there he is. Welcome to my life. So, what's going on in the world? Been a busy week. Peace is still holding on in the West Bank. That's good news. NASA has announced that it's going back to Venus. I don't know what they think they're going to find there this time. But who knows? Who knows? Biden's going to meet with Putin and says they will discuss hacking American businesses. The Keystone Pipeline has been canceled. And according to NPR, the wait for a custom bicycle is now over a year and a half. So if you've been thinking about I'd put my order in now and then forget about it for a while so you get to be surprised when it shows up. President Biden is scheduled to announce that the United States is going to purchase over 500 million doses of the Pfizer vaccine. Yeah, and designate them specifically for worldwide distribution to less wealthy countries over the next year.
Woohoo!
Woohoo. Good news. Mostly good news this week. Yay! Unless you're really in the market for a custom-made bicycle. And then maybe life is telling you need to learn some patience. Possibly. So how does all of that affect you? How does all of that affect us? Talk to me. Well, there's Jennifer, who keeps thinking it's Friday. Oh, I hate weeks like that, don't you? And then when you wake up tomorrow and it's Thursday, which means it's going to be Friday again. Interesting stuff. Happy Wednesday, Lainey. Glad you're here. Please include body tuning, too. Oh, you saw the title, didn't you? FaceTuning. We're going to talk about that. Hang on. I think body tuning could easily be included in all of that. So how's the world affecting you? How's the world news affecting your life? What's going on? And I'm going to say it now and then I'll say it again later. But if you have a prayer request, please just put it into the little talk box and we will get to it at the end of the hour. We will, if you let me know what it is. I'm not a mind reader. Well, I might be a mind reader. Sometimes I'm a mind. Sometimes we're all mind readers, aren't we? Sometimes we just absolutely know what other people are thinking. Usually, though, we don't like what we think other people are thinking. So if you're going to be a mind reader, be a positive mind reader. All right? All right. I was handed a piece of paper by you-know-who earlier in the week. and I wanted to share it with you. It's by Karen Salmonson, and it's really kind of pretty. I never know which way to go with these things. There we go. Anyway, she says, my new word is blessin'. It's when you're able to view painful lessons as blessings. In other words, a blessin' is what happens when you see the blessing in the lesson that your challenge taught you. It's a little cutesy for my tastes, but it's kind of clever. I mean, it is clever. It's not kind of clever. It is clever. So if you need a new word for a lesson that was maybe not the hottest thing in your life, but you really got something out of it, or believe you will get, which I think may be even more important, believe you will get something out of it, there's a word for you. Blessin'. Okay? There. Happy to share that one with you. There. I just didn't want to do a whole talk on it, but I kind of liked the idea. So there you go. Yeah, Jen, it's a lot of the news in the world this week has been good news. There's been a lot of not so hot news either, but all of that was good news, which is why I thought I would share it. Yes, I think we can all sleep a little bit better. Oh, Lainey says, I just keep the light on regardless of the news. Maybe not a bad idea. You are the light. You are the light. You are the light of the world. Isn't that a nice thing to think about? You don't have to worry about being in the darkness, because where you are, there can be none. I like that idea. I like that idea very much. Okay, so before Lainey adds any more suggestions, I like body tuning. Let me talk a little bit about FaceTuning. Okay, I just recently became aware that there's a relatively new app out there that's causing quite a stir. It's called FaceTuning 2. That's a Roman numeral 2. And according to their very own website, you can learn lots of interesting things going to people's websites. FaceTune 2 is an easy-to-use photo editor that helps you retouch your selfies and acts as your own personal makeover studio. Go ahead, they suggest. Get that natural beauty look in seconds and share it with your followers. Or, apparently, according to some people, you're a plastic surgeon, but I'll get to that in a minute. Because that seems to be what a number of people are doing. The website goes on to say the next generation upgrade of the award-winning FaceTune photo editor app provides a new collection of retouching filters and amazing image correction features. Get ready to win new followers and get more likes with your photos. Here's what you can look forward to doing with FaceTune 2. You can upgrade your social game with FaceTune 2's top-of-the-art selfie enhancer now. There are powerful tools for selfie and photo editing. Retouch your selfies, choose from dozens of free filters, blur your background, I would think maybe even blur your face, and touch up your features using amazing photo editing tools. Glam yourself up. And use vibrant glowing filters to upgrade every photo for a fashionable look. Easy compare tool to compare before and after pictures that you have used FaceTune 2 on. Get impeccable results with professional looking photos. Edit your selfie in real time right after you snap it. Oh my God, I can hardly wait. Amazing makeover tools, it says, and image correction features. So if you don't like your nose, pick somebody else's. Oh, that sounded all wrong. Well, anyway, there's a wide range of high-quality beauty filters for unique editing and sense of style. Use makeup brushes to retouch your features. Use reshape to readjust or tweak your selfie. Reshape your face. Are you listening to this? Tap to crop, blur, and fine-tune your photos for a beautiful look. Enjoy amazing editing tools like colorful light effects. Use details to accentuate the features you like, and one would assume to hide the ones you don't. Brighten your eyes and make them smile. Remove zits, pimples, and blemishes. Inner and outer beauty. Get rid of zits, pimples, and blemishes within seconds. In a few taps, our advanced tools will remove any pores, blemishes, or pimples and will soften your skin. You can airbrush your skin to get a softer look. You can edit, retouch, and define any part of your skin to make it look naturally soft in every photo. You can blot away the shine from oily skin. It goes on. Bottom line is, ready to make everyone stop scrolling, step up your social game, and share your selfies. Tongue-tied. Share the photos with your followers and stay on top of the latest beauty trends. Oh, send us your retouched pictures and selfies for a chance to be featured for free. They'll use your face on their Facebook page or on their FaceTune app type page without compensating you. It sure looks like. Yeah, but your picture will be there. So, okay, this was given to me with the suggestion that what people are doing is getting apps like these and retouching everything, changing the shape of their nose, changing their smile, making their skin smoother, making the wrinkles go away, making their eyebrows arch differently, one would assume, probably changing their hair, although they don't say anything about hair in here, but I bet you can. In other words, you can make yourself look like someone else. You could have Elizabeth Taylor's eyes and Halle Berry's lips, and who's got a great nose? Jennifer Aniston, I think, has a good nose. Anyway, you can just borrow pieces from whoever you want, put it on your picture, and say, look, that's what I look like now. Isn't that lovely? And people are doing that and then taking the picture to their local plastic surgeon and saying, make me look like that. See, I can make me look like that, so you make me look like that. That's kind of scary, don't you think? I mean, the way we constantly redefine beauty anyway, wouldn't it be scary to get yourself stuck in like the 60s, but living in the 20s? I find it fascinating. However, where the mind went that handed me the article and where my mind went right away quick was, what if the next generation app was spirit tuning? Now there's an app I think we could all use, don't you think? Spirit tuning. Let me go back over these suggestions just for a second here, and see what that might look like. Okay. Upgrade your social game with FaceTune 2's top-of-the-art selfie enhancer. Relationships. Your relationships could be better with Spirit Tune 2. Maybe we don't even have to go to 2. We'll just go to 1. Spirit Tune 1. Your relationships can be better. Powerful tools for selfie and photo editing. Self-appreciation with Spirit Tune 1 or 2, depending upon which app you buy. Image enhancement, so the world can see who you really are. I mean, really are. Or you can see who you really are and become that. You can improve your inner and outer beauty. The inner beauty comes with the app, spiritual tuning. Outer beauty is going to come with that smile, that you're smiling because you're happy. Because your heart is happy, because you're doing what you love to do in the world. That's just automatically going to make you prettier on the outside. The spiritual app could smooth things over, don't you think? Smooth relationships over, smooth arguments over, smooth disagreements over, smooth differences over. When we all realize we're one, then we celebrate the differences and the oneness. And I think it would definitely step up your social game. That's my feeling. It would absolutely step up your social game. How could it not? You would automatically have more friends because you'd be so attractive with spiritual tuning. And I think you should be able to choose your own designer spirituality. What would you like? What would you choose? Jesus' consciousness? Solomon's wisdom. Oh, I'd like Solomon's wisdom. Moses' leadership ability. Job's patience. Buddha's understanding. Muhammad's passion. What else? And if you could be all of that, what might you do to be a positive force in the world? Wouldn't you be brighter, stronger, more aware, more involved, more awake? Wouldn't you have the courage to step out and do things that you might not do otherwise? Okay, so here's the bad news. They haven't made that app yet. Spirit tuning. Here's the good news. You can choose to be all of that now. You have the possibility. You have the power. All you have to do is call upon it. All you have to do is recognize that right there where you are, right now, regardless of how the day has been, regardless if it's been good or bad or frustrating or exciting, regardless of any of that, you can choose that now. Or you can learn some patience and wait for somebody to maybe put the app together. Or you can whine and complain that it's a good idea, but it's never going to happen. And where will that get you? And where will that get the world that you live in? Okay, so I vote that it's time to stop whining and complaining, which gets us nowhere. It's time for us to roll up our metaphysical sleeves and get to work. First of all, on ourselves and our lives, and then on our world. Because you gotta start where you are. Time for us to be large enough to get past our grievances and our resentments and our sense of betrayal. Time for us to care enough to get involved. We've got to stop littering our minds with things we can do nothing about. Let us simply refuse to litter our minds with debris from the past, or tie ourselves in knots because of what others have done or not done, or what we have done or not done. Our minds will create tomorrow. They will, because it is done unto us as we believe. If we believe in a brighter, better, smarter, wiser us, then we will create that. What are your dreams? What do you dream of being? What do you dream of doing in the world? In those secret times? You know? Those dreams that are so big you're afraid to tell anybody about them? What do you imagine for ourselves? Go there. Believe in that. Let us enlighten our minds with our visions and dreams for the future. The question is not who are you? The question is who do you want to be? Let your life become a memorial to what matters. There is a perfect pattern within each of us. We are created, we are told, in the image and likeness of God. And we are told it is the Father's good pleasure to give us the kingdom. So what does your corner of the kingdom look like? What does your life look like fully lived? If you could be, do, or have anything, what would it be? Who would you be? It's a lot to think about. There is a perfect pattern within you that will be revealed if you let it. If you stay awake, if you stay aware. I read this Sunday, but I'm going to read it again because I love it and it fits, which is the best possible reason for repeating anything, I think. It's by Rumi. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. You must ask for what you really want. I might add, you must claim what you really want. Don't go back to sleep. People are going back and forth across the doorsill where the two worlds touch. The door is round and open. Don't go back to sleep. I talked the other day about Eric Butterworth's book, The Universe is Calling, which sent me back into reading it again because I love his writing and I love that book. And I keep seeing things in it I've never seen before, or that didn't hit me originally, apparently, with the same immensity that it is hitting me with this time. And one of the things he said is, we believe in the theology of Jesus, not the theology about Jesus. It took my breath. I'm not sure he used the word theology. I think he used the word Christianity. Nonetheless, it's a powerful statement to actually believe in what Jesus taught rather than the teaching about Jesus. I mean, that's done a lot of good over time for a lot of people, no doubt about it. but I think it could have done even more. These things that I do, he said, and greater things, you will do. You will do. He took it for granted. You will do this. And they did for a little while, and then they didn't anymore. We don't. Oh, we've created medicines that can make people better. And we've got paraphernalia that can make the lame walk. We've got glasses that can make the nearly blind see. But that's not the same thing as what he did. Why aren't we doing it? Why aren't we doing it? I believe we're not doing it because we don't believe we can. I believe that that's why it died off as it died off. Because he could. And then he would say to them, "Oh, ye of little faith, have I not told you?" I think I'd like to be like that when I grow up. If that time ever comes. To be able to be just ornery enough. I may be getting close to that. Just ornery enough to be able to say, "Oh, ye of little faith, come on. You say you believe, let's do it. Let's go make some lame people walk and some blind people see."
Ooh, fun.
Yeah. You know, what are you doing Saturday morning? Let's go do that. Let's go to a gathering. Let's make the world a better place for everyone. Let's create world peace. Let's find a cure for cancer. Let's create a mask that doesn't make your face break out. I mean, you can start small. Thing is to start. No, the thing is to believe. The other thing I talked about Sunday was Douglas Adams' books and his instructions on how to fly.
Huh.
And I think I'll repeat those too. This just consider this a semi-repeat night. He talks about the thing to do is to focus on on the fact that you can fly, and then to jump off into space. Fling yourself at the ground, he says, actually. Fling yourself at the ground, and at the last minute, be distracted. And you'll fly. Because what happens when we jump off a ledge, isn't it? Is that we look down and go, "Ah! I'm getting closer to the bottom. This is not good." What happened to your belief that you could fly? It went all to hell, didn't it? You saw that bottom coming up at you, and you stopped believing. We do that all the time. We take a leap of faith, and halfway through the leap, we see the bottom coming at us, or so we think that's happening. And then the bottom becomes very real. And the obstacles become very real, and the detours become very real, and the next thing we know, we're flat on the ground because we stopped believing. Now, I never said it was easy to keep believing when the ground is coming up at you, but we don't have to start there. You can start with something small. You can. When they're talking about a leap of faith, they're talking about throwing yourself at it in the firm belief that you can do it, no matter what. And just because the ground appears to be coming at you does not necessarily mean that it is. So, that's my thought for tonight. I have a cat right here. Hi. You want to say hi to everybody? Do you? Come here. Come here. Yes, he's gotten bigger. There he is. Say hi to everybody. I don't want to. Your mother's trying to get your attention. Whee! He has been a riot this week.
Do you want him to go?
I just can put him down because he's heavy. He was such a cute little kitten, and now he's big. And he does interesting things. Very interesting things. You have to follow as the tale turns on Cac's website because it's hysterical. She's
Facebook page.
Facebook page, thank you. On her Facebook page because it's hysterical. It really is hysterical. And every single thing on it, for the most part, is real. He hasn't really mastered talking yet, but he gets his point across real well. So there we are, my darlings. How does all of that affect you? If you could, he is pretty, isn't he? Thank you, Jennifer. He is pretty. If you had a spirit tuning app and could just go, I want one of those and one of those, give me that. What would you go? What would you order? What would you claim for yourself? What would make you feel like the highest possible spiritual being that you could be? Yes, he does rearrange furniture. He rearranges anything he thinks should be other than the way that it is. I'm not going to take away from the she's over there trying to tempt him with one of those play toys. I'm not going to spoil the stories that Cac has written by telling you about them. So just when you get a chance, go to her Facebook page and check out As the Tale Turns, because it's hysterical. It's really hysterical. We'll make you laugh. We'll make you just amazed at the talents of this putty tat. So, spiritual app, now open. What do you want? What do you want? Who are you going to be? Wisdom, patience, love, caring, kindness, healing powers, wholeness, healthy. Borrow from the heavens. Pull them. They don't even have to be real people. Just pick them. What are you going to do? What are you going to co-opt from the universe? Who would you like to be? What do you want to be? What do you claim for yourselves? There's the way to create the affirmation is I am what I am, wise as Solomon. I have the healing powers of Jesus. Nobody else has to see this. You just have to know. If people are rearranging their selfies on the computer with this app and changing their noses and their eyes and their ears and their mouths and their hair and God knows what all else, why not use the idea for good? Great, Jennifer. Yes, that's the idea. Faith in my faith. That's what Jesus had. Faith in his faith. Right up to the end. Faith in his faith. Faith that his faith was real and powerful. And that his God was so present that he could talk to it at any time. and it would respond. You can build a labyrinth in your backyard, Lainey. You can do that. You are young enough. By God, you are. Wouldn't that be lovely to have a labyrinth in your own backyard? Oh, I love that idea. Yes, Jennifer, you were onto something. See, and then you grow up and people say, I wanted to be as clever as Perry Mason and smart as a whip like Lois Lane. And I wanted Emma Peel's legs. I think I got spiritual later. Actually, I was a very spiritual child. I just didn't like what the religion I grew up in said, so I had to get around it. Now, it takes a while. I got it, guys. You know, I got it. It can take a little while. It doesn't have to, but it can. But if you claim it as a reality right now, Jennifer, let me borrow you. If you claim it as your reality right now, I absolutely have faith in my faith. No doubts, no qualms, the strongest of faith in my faith. I am patient. I am wise. I am energetic. And I have amazing perception that I act upon. Why not? Why not? If you believe, it will be so. It may not happen overnight. That's where the patience comes in. But it will come. Yeah, I think we could all use a labyrinth walk. This little, what looks like a brown thing behind me is actually, I can't see it, there's too much light. It's actually a finger labyrinth that was given to me. And it helps sometimes to just sit it down and let your fingers do the walking. Thank you, Yellow Pages. Get a copy of a labyrinth, just even just something you can print out on your computer. There's, you Google labyrinth, you'll come up with all labyrinth images. You'll come up with a zillion of them, and just print out the one you like and then finger walk it. It's not quite the same, but it's amazing what it can do. And for those of you that were there, and I think all of you were there, the labyrinth that we had at Spirit Works was like the second one in the state of California. I hated to let it go. Lainey, you're not the only one, sweetheart. We all get distracted. We all detour. Something gets our attention. We have the best of intentions. And for that much time, we're focused and we're ready, and this is what we're going to do. And then something comes up that is either alarming or needs our attention instantly, and it's only going to take a minute. And 3 days later, we try to remember what it was we were doing when that happened. Or our mind just wanders off. It takes dedication. It takes commitment. I think commitment's a really important word. It takes commitment. And most of us would make a commitment to someone else in a moment. We'll drop everything for a perfect stranger if they need us. We'll certainly drop everything for someone we love if they need us, or if we feel like we're needed or we can really help. We all do it. We all do it. And most of the time it does no harm. But when you are trying to focus on your own spirituality and who you are becoming, who you are revealing, then you have to learn when to say no. This time's for me. This is my time. I'll be with you shortly. But I gotta get this done. Thank you, Kat. She's got a real life download, a paper finger labyrinth. Thank you. I wonder what happened to it, too. It's probably still in the basement at Spirit Works. Yeah, see, Lainey, you know you can do it. You know you can do it. I've seen you do it. So, one of the other things that Eric Butterworth talks about in The Universe is Calling is that it is not about asking God. We know this, but let me say it anyway. It's not about asking God or begging God or making deals with God, because there's not a guy up there listening. There is a power that surrounds us. We're like the fish in the water. It's all around us and we're breathing it in and out, and it's all part of who we are. And we forget that. So when we speak it, claim it, because we know to claim it and not just beg for it. When we claim it, I am this, I do this. We claim it. And then let it go, because we have spoken it into the force that surrounds us, the energy, the spiritual energy that surrounds us and all of life. And when we do that, we create a mold for it, and the stuff fills the mold, and it shows up. Yes, yes, you all know that. We all do. And if we really knew it, and really practiced it, and really didn't get forgetful, there'd be no stopping us. So, why do we let anything stop us? Yeah, Jennifer, I know that's true for you. How sad if they... Oh, I hope they didn't sell the labyrinth. That's what we should put out on the patio.
A labyrinth?
Pull up all the tile and put in a labyrinth. I don't too often come up with remodeling ideas. When I do, they're doozies.
Huh.
Well, she didn't say no. The eclipse would be a perfect time, wouldn't it? To claim and set intentions. So here's the deal, folks. Who will you be? Who will you be? Who do you choose to be? Will you be someone who knew but forgot? Will you be someone who might have been but detoured? Or will you be the living example of the magnitude of your spirit? eclipse coming up. When's the next full moon, Gag? She always knows these things. I never do.
I'm gonna check my chart. Just let me tell you.
Okay. It's probably on my calendar.
Let's see. The next full moon is.
24th.
Yep, exactly.
Now, is that full moon or new
Full
moon?
Full moon is that. The new moon is tomorrow.
Okay. What's the best one for intentions?
Well,
New moon.
new moon. You start on the new moon. You start percolating, and then by the time you get to the full moon, you begin to release it. But you have to do all the work on the new moon, on gibbous, on first quarter, up to the full moon, and then you begin to release it after that.
Okay. I hope you all heard that because you don't want me repeating it. I'll get it all silly. So, new moon is tomorrow. What have you got to do tonight and tomorrow before moonrise? To set your intention. Who will you be? Spirit tuning. We're going to do it without the app. Who will you be? Whose consciousness, whose power, whose ability to love, whose leadership ability, whose ability to change things, all of those things. Make a list of all the things that you would love and claim them. Set your intention. You've got 24 hours or so, right? You get that done in?
Well, it's 3.5 days
Of the new moon?
of the new moon, and then it moves into
The first quarter moon.
No, first quarter is in 7 days.
Okay, yeah, that looks right. Okay, so you've got 3 days, yes?
Yeah, the first part of the new moon till the full moon is what they call waxing.
Yes.
So that's building. And then at the full moon, you begin to let it go. But at the full moon, you start to actually release it yourself into the world.
Okay.
And then you completely let it go and trust the universe in third quarter.
Okay. Did you hear that? Start setting your intentions. Get them in writing tomorrow. And then you've got a couple more days to add to them, yes? And edit and define them.
And define them, yeah.
Define them. You have a few days then to define them. And then start claiming them. Begin to claim them right up to the full moon. And then let it go. Let it go. And let God. I'm going to go back and quote Lainey. I'm going to quote Lainey because she was brilliant and clear. She said, I can manifest. When I think and speak it and let it go, and there it is. Think it, speak it, claim it. And then on the full moon, which is the 24th, let it go. Turn it over to the universe. Set it free into that power that will create it for you. Oh, I'd love that, Lainey. Thank you. She says, how about we include intention for more peeps to come on board for Marlene's talks on Facebook? Yes, yes, yes. Just throw that in with yours, would you? I'd love that. And remember, no, I hope, or maybe, or if. It's just claim it. Intention starting tonight if you want. But into tomorrow. Tomorrow is the new moon. You have, according to my resident expert, about 3 days to get your intentions clear and to claim them. Then claim them all the way up to the full moon. and then let it go.
And research. You have to research and work it through so that you're really clear on what you're sending out into the universe at the full moon.
Okay? Got it? If you want to run things by me, if you're claiming, if you're not sure how your wording is, please feel free to do that. Feel free to do that. Email me. Marlene Morris at sbcglobal.net. And I just as soon you just send an email as opposed to a messenger, because messenger just puts a whole extra space in there for me to have to deal with. If you want me to double check, just check your wording and make sure that it's worded. See, the thing really is if it comes from your heart, it's going to be worded right for you. Claim it, claim it, claim it. Set your intentions. Do whatever research you need to do. And then let it go on the full moon. And I'll remind you of the full moon again when we get there. Okay? Because it's on the 24th, and we'll be meeting on the 23rd. So let's do this together. Let's set our intentions. Next Wednesday, let's talk about what our intentions are. Shall we? And claim them together. And then the following Wednesday, we'll talk about letting them go. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. Whatever research you need to do. Sometimes we want something we're not sure, we haven't really looked into it. Look into it. Do your research. Find out what it's going to take for that to happen for you. If you want to be a college grad and you've never been to college, what's it going to take? Just do your research. Absolutely, Laney, it's giving over to the power that works. The power that works. That's what the power does. It works. Don't try to figure it out. How's that going to happen? That gets in the way. That's the distraction that makes you fall flat on your face. Just claim it. All right? I think we're good. Let's pray. I'm excited. So close your eyes if that's comfortable. You know the drill. If that's comfortable, close your eyes. If it's not, then just soft focus. Ignore the sound of the falling stapler in the background. And know with me that we are right now actively practicing the faith of God. Not the faith about God. Faith in the Spirit and the power and the possibility and the unlimited creativity of that which surrounds us and listens to our every word and creates our reality from that. That's all there is. It's everything that is. Everything that is. It is the flow and the power and the energy that surrounds us all the time. We have simply to get into the flow. To get our minds into the flow. To get our spirit into the flow. To tune in our spirit just as we would tune in a radio station until it is crystal clear and absolutely connected. And so I claim for each of us that over the next few days we get so crystal clear on our intentions, on our spiritual tuning, that if we could amaze God, we would. Let us know that we know. Let us know that we cannot get it wrong. Let us know that there is a power for good in the universe and we are using it. And let us know that because of that, all prayers are answered. And all of the unspoken prayer requests denied, all of the unclaimed requests are fulfilled. Those who need physical healings are healed. Those who need understanding understand. Those who need anything, prosperity, physical healing, quietude, peace of mind, abundance, all of those things are done simply because we have spoken our powerful words into this powerful universe. And that which responds is responding. So we are thankful for that. There's nothing else we need to say. Thank you for the clarity. Thank you for the words. Thank you for the understanding. Thank you for the knowing. Thank you for being here. And so it is. And we have a closing song. I don't know when you had time to find that, but thank you. And thank all of you for being here. Thank God for you. The world's going to know you're here. Be prepared. I love you. Go about your business. Don't forget to set your intentions. And know that you go with God. Because, well, you just can't go any other way. And so it is.